Welcome to Channel AMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Cao Yang, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side, so once we have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Now today I am gonna discuss in regards to the family related visas. Now it's not a commonly asked category of visa, but why is Carl gonna discuss it? I have no interest on this one, but it actually relates to every migrant. Why do I say that? Now because the time required to process and waiting is so, well, I don't want to say the word, but so long. Okay, now that's a problem, but that's the fact. Now obviously we don't have the power to change or to ask the nation or the country of Australia or the parliament to do such favor just for you. You will agree with me on that one, because no one will actually will have that power. If you have that power, you won't even watching this channel anyway. So how should we treat it is the way I'm gonna discuss in this topic in this video today. Now obviously everybody is interested about migrating to Australia, but either through general skill migration, the business innovation investment visa, or the global talent, or perhaps employment sponsors. So there's all type of different categories. And now if you wanted to know more about those kind of visa, make sure to subscribe to my channel and go into the playlist. There's a lot of video and explanation. So anyway, once you migrated, that's not the end of the migration story. Obviously you will be interested about perhaps getting your families, that can be your parents, well, not quite towards sponsoring your siblings, brothers and sisters, because that route has been long-term cut off. They still exist in the United States, but not anymore for Australia. But you may consider to get your parents over. You may consider to get your kids. Now people may ask, well, didn't you get your kids migrated together with your whatever the visa that you apply for already? Well, probably not, because you may have different marriages, right? Previous marriage, you may still have a kid, remain somewhere and agree with your ex-wife or ex-spouse, wanted to get your kids over as well. That will take time as well. And traditionally, most of these, the problem with these family type related visas, they are all paper based. Apart from partner visa, most of them are still paper based. So it takes long time. Now, by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the strategy how to do this and the timing to actually launch this kind of visa. And you should have that consensus in your mind. Once you migrate, you got the permanent residency of Australia, or perhaps you become an Australian citizen, you should really start thinking about this. Perhaps that's not something that you want. You may not want your parent to be here, or your parents may not think of coming to Australia next week, next month, or next year, but you should really consider now once you got your PR. Why? Let's have a look at this. I'm in the visa processing time page, where you can Google it pretty easy. Now what I'm gonna do demonstrate is, let's have a look. Let's go into child visa, shall we, and just put in today's date, and we put submit here. You will see, even if for a child, it's gonna take 768 days. Now that's about 2 years plus. Now obviously, if you have a child who is perhaps 16 years old, now waiting 2 years, that's become 18, right? So you can see the timing why you should really consider lodging a family related visa straight away once you got your permanent residency, is because this is the problem. The timing, if you see that up there, 768 days. That's counting from the time you got everything ready, the paper application for ready, posted, counting from that day, 768 days. Now let's do other things. Now perhaps you want to you have a engaged partner, you want to lodge a partner visa. This has been widely talked about between 309 and 820. It still takes some time. Look at this. This is 276 days. Now you don't want to wait for that long to actually get your spouse over, and also this is actually improved. But if we go to 309, look at this. 2,911 days. I don't know why on earth will the government of Australia and immigration put 2,911 days of wait time for a partner visa provision. That's for offshore. So obviously you don't want to do offshore. You want to get your spouse over and lodge 820. Now, apart from this is obviously another thing is about the parents as well. Now, if you look at the parents side, you can also Google this, but you don't Google visa processing time. You Google parents visa queuing. Okay, you Google that keyword, you will find your page, your landing page to be here. Now, if you look at this, traditionally that's a 173146 visa, 884864 visa, acknowledgement, only to receive an acknowledgement letter. Now, if you lodge a student visa or any other, conventional visa, for example, skill visa, employment visa, you get it on the same day, and usually you get within the next hour or within 5 or 10 minutes. Even for them to send you an acknowledgement letter, it takes up 4 weeks. 4 weeks, a month. No joke. Okay, and this is actually telling you they are currently, for these temporary to permanent, that means they are already holding another temporary visa. They are only up to 2022. That was last year January. And you need to consider this is because the temporary visas still take time. Now, if you look straight to these type in the middle, that is the actual timing you should be really looking at. Is they are only queuing up to people who had lodged the visa back in September 2018, or they are queuing up back for people who have visa as queue up to lodgement day of May 2017. Now, how long is that? That's about 5 to 6 years. So what is the strategy? Now, you really need to consider this. It's not a mandatory that you're required to do, but sometimes the wait time causes issues. Okay, why do I say that? Now, don't think about the child or the partner may have issues. You wait so long, your relationship may deteriorate. Okay, but for the aged parents, obviously parents are much older. They're usually 20 or 30 years older than you. Well, that's pretty usual. Now, 5 to 6 years, you got to really consider this. That's a long time. That is a really long time. So if we lodge it today, 2023, you gotta wait until 2028 or 29. You got that visa. You need to consider your parents' age. Now, even themselves, they may not even consider this. They may think, oh, my life is great at where I'm living at. But think about this. My experiences in the past 10-20 years, I've seen people lodging the visa. They didn't expect this, but the parent got cancer, got diabetes, and somehow the health deteriorated. So for them, it's almost at the day when they lodged it, they were fine. But when they're about to assess the visa 5 or 6 years later, or 4 years perhaps, the health is not good anymore. They could not pass the health criteria when they go to the medical checkup or examinations. They fail the examinations, and you waste those time and the money as well. So why should we really consider this? You may not need this visa, or your parents may not need this visa yet, or your child may not need this visa yet. But once you get your permanent residency, really should reconsider, lodge the visa, and put yourself or your family member, whether it's gonna be child, partner, or your parents, in the queue first. Otherwise, you missed it out the time will never be able to go back. Anyway, should you have more question and query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below. And I'll see you next video. Goodbye.